Hello peeps, in this video we're gonna learn how you can make a simple file extension validator. So this will check for the file extensions that you want, and then it will return either it is valid or not valid. So basically, let's just make our function first. Validate extension. So it will check, it will only take one argument, and that will be the image name. For this, we're going to be building for only image file extensions. So but you can spin it up into something, any extensions that you want. It's up to you. So now let's create a list of the valid extension that you want. So valid equals to GPG. That's the first extension that you want. JPEG, and then PNG. So these are the extensions that you want right here. So the first step will be splitting it from, because you're getting a string, splitting it from dot. So let's say the image name is like, let's say, cool.png. So we want to split this into two, so and then it will return an array with the two values, that cool and that png. So that's basically the first step. So image split, and then we do the image name dot split, and then from that dot. So that will give us an array. So now let's do extension. So what extension is this file? Extension equals to image split. So now we are getting the array that we got from splitting it, and then we just do 1. So that will be the, because an array with all list are 0 index, so we are going to the second value, which is index 1. So now let's do a return statement with now what we want to check for, and then we check the len of the image split. So we want to check this that is of length 2, because when we split, the file name only has, let's say, image.jpg. So when we split it, it will only have 2 items in it, 2 strings item in it, and that will be of length 2. And the extension invalid. So we are checking the extension is in our valid list. So we are checking the len equals to, and now the extension is in our valid. So that's basically it. That's how you can check for an extension. For a file you can validate file extension if it's what you want, before, let's say, doing all the other processing that you want. Let's say like checking for the file size, checking for the metadata, all that stuff that you want to do. So this is just basically like a first step for your validation. So now let's check it. So the file, let's just create a random string, image.png, and then now let's say file bad, and then it will just do image.py. So now let's run this. Let's just do print valid extension, and then now let's pass the value, so it will be file, and then now let's do for the second one. Let's see what this returns. File bad. Now let's run that, and as you can see, the first one returns true, the extension is valid, we want that, and then the second one returns false. So let's say the user wants to play some games, and then they do something like py.png. So now let's run that and see what it returns. And as you can see, it returns a false because we are checking the second value. This is a wrong file extension. So that's basically how you can, let's say, validate for file extensions. So it's basically up to you. You can do here, let's say, .pdf files, .doc files. You can do Excel files here when you want to validate, let's say, documents. That's how you can do that, but this is for images. So that's basically you can validate file extensions in Python. Thank you.